Everyone's talking about the updated Silverado pickup hitting showrooms next year, rocking the all-new powertrain under the hood. But what about the SUVs that share its bones, including those temperamental V8s that have been giving owners headaches? This 2027 Chevy Tahoe is getting that new drivetrain, but it's also packing other upgrades that could make it one of the smarter buys in its segment. Here's what's changing under the skin and beyond. New V8. GM dropped the first hints about that new V8 engine. It won't be just a tweak. It's the result of an $888 million gamble on new facilities, new tooling, and a clean sheet design. The Silverado has been soaking up the spotlight, getting the first taste of this power. SUVs that use the same bones usually trail the trucks by about a year, but this time GM has no time to waste. The 2027 Chevy Tahoe is showing up with the new V8. The initial specs are intriguing. Two displacements are expected, a 5.7 and a 6.6 liter. Early numbers say 450 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. Of course, we don't have a full scope already, and GM will definitely roll out a few more configurations down the line, giving shoppers some serious flexibility. What this new V8 really promises is peace of mind. For the past 7 or 8 years, owners of big Chevys have dealt with quirks and headaches that seemed baked into old units. The new power plants aim to wipe those concerns clean. Fewer failures, fewer surprises, fewer trips to the dealer. That said, it's not a magic wand. The all-new V8 engines still have to prove themselves. Reliability and durability can't just be written on paper, and that's why GM is essentially starting over. A shiny new powertrain looks great on the spec sheet, but it's only after years of real-world miles that we'll know whether it's truly built to last. For now, it's exciting, promising, and exactly what the Tahoe and anyone who loves a big, capable SUV needed. Other changes beyond the engine. New big powertrains usually demand a fresh suit. New mounts, new cooling, sometimes even a different front clip. In Tahoe's case, that new body is basically already waiting in the garage. The model was recently refreshed, so it's way too early for another full facelift. No carmaker wants to burn through redesign cycles that fast, especially on a bread and butter SUV like this. So expect something a bit more subtle and smarter. Chevy isn't standing still, and it rarely misses a chance to sneak in a few surprises. Think fresh paint choices, maybe a new wheel design. Another highlight upgrade might land inside the cockpit. Infotainment is evolving faster than engines these days, and GM's Ultifi software platform is a perfect example of that trend. Over-the-air upgrades, faster responses, smoother menus, connected services that actually feel modern. It all adds up to daily convenience, and the 2027 Chevy Tahoe could get true benefits from this upgrade. 2027 Chevy Tahoe ZR2. If you want a real-world stress test for a fresh V8, forget gentle highway cruising. Put it in ruts, sand, washboard gravel, and sloppy mud. That's where durability shows up. Or doesn't. The ZR2 is basically the proving ground baked right into the lineup. Tahoe has the Z71 to scratch the off-road itch. But the ZR2 is the difference between a weekend trail trip, and let's take the hard line and see what happens. Multimatic DSSV spool valve dampers, front and rear locking differentials, serious skid plate protection, and beefier bumpers with better approach angles. These are all top-of-the-line upgrades for a serious off-road adventure. The suspension tuning alone changes the Tahoe's personality from mall cruiser to legit backcountry rig. This setup is also the perfect reality check for that new V8. Heat, load, low-speed crawling, long uphill climbs. That's exactly where past issues have shown up. If the new engine can handle ZR2 duty without drama, confidence in the rest of the lineup gets a big boost. Release date and price. Timing here is pretty straightforward. The truck goes first. The 2027 Tahoe with new engines follows after the debut of the updated Silverado, since the pickup is still GM's headline act and the platform leader. And new tech never comes free. The current Tahoe already hovers around the $60,000 mark, and these fresh drivetrains, added electronics, and possible ZR2 hardware aren't exactly discount bin components. Prices are going to climb, that's for sure. How much depends on engine tuning, trim level, and how generous Chevy gets with standard equipment in each package. If you've got your eye on High Country or the new ZR2, prepare yourself for premium pricing.